And hello, hello, hello. I'm Chris Angel. How's everyone this morning? So today, let's try to build some sort of a garden around our rock garden that we built. And again, my rock garden is not perfect by any means, but my goodness, after going through what we went through to get that rock garden in there, oh, yikes. So let's get ready to do that. Why don't we? So I've been thinking we're probably going to have to put on our construction hat and maybe we can gather some flowers and a few other things and let's just see what we can do. And I thought that maybe we can make an island out of it. All right. Someone recently asked me for advice and I thought it would be a good idea to share it with everyone. They wanted to know what to do if they ever found someone passed out on the beach. If that happens, speak to them to make sure they're okay. Do it several times if necessary. Be persistent. Okay, so apparently Gulliver's here, or Gulliver. Then offer to help with anything they need. We must do our part. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, I'm not one to help Gulliver too much. Oh well, I probably should. Okay, so let's check our mailbox. All right. It's a nice snow. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of stuff. Okay, let's throw all this away. Happy Home Academy. We get rid of it immediately. Roccolo. Oh, that's kind of cute. That little. These are all, my goodness. So yeah, I told you I spent a long time trying to do that doggone rock garden. All right, we'll place it in our pocket. So it looks like we're going to get a carpet from her, some sort of rug, carpet, something like that, or flooring. Let's see. All right, red design kitchen mat. Okay, nice enough. All right, so what we're going to have to do? Oh, we have we have fossils again. All right, so what I think I'm going to do, I do have. Oh my goodness, you see, it's still not perfect. It's okay though. It's okay. It could be worse. It's going to bug me. But it is what it is. Should we do another snowman first? Why not? I got to find the other one, though. Let's find where is the other one. Sometimes it's quite a ways away. Either some dung beetle or whatever. I told you, sometimes it's not exactly close by. Now, it's worth noting for those that don't know, if your snowball gets too big, you can roll it across a path and it will get smaller. Rolling across a path does make it smaller. I don't even see another snowball. Darn. It's kind of fun to make those snowmen. All right, well, I don't see it. Oh, look what happened. I'm an Animal Crossing player and I got distracted. Imagine that. Okay, so what I thought we could do, we're probably going to have to get rid of some of that pathing. And we will gather some flowers, maybe a couple of those Thanksgiving Turkey Day stands. Those are kind of pretty. And something else that we can do, and we can have, because we have a little bit of a wider area here, maybe this can be an entrance. I was thinking about putting a gazebo in here, but I kind of changed my mind and I might just make it a little area to sit. Now, because we do need we do need it to be functional, I'm going to go ahead and keep room around all of the rocks to be able to gather resources, because we are going to need them if we play in the hotel and need to make some items for Captain. So we will do that. We will keep that alone. All right, so let's go. Let's do this first. We will just put on our little construction hat. Should I start up the designer app? Yes, we do. Now, for anyone who didn't know, I recently got a puppy. And it's been a long time since my kids have been little. But I had this habit when my kids were little, and I have this habit now. And that is singing really, really stupid songs. And I have these stupid songs that I sing to her. Oopsies. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so I'm using the left button, as you can see, which does move you one tile. I'm going to try to use the minimal amount that I have to. Also, I thought that we could go in the custom. Ooh, okay. Oh, it is getting rid of it. I thought it was going to circle it. Maybe because I'm on the outside of it and not on it. It's not rounding the corner. It's going ahead and getting rid of the entire square. Okay, wonderful. Now, I thought that we could also go into the portal because although I do have a path that I used, I was thinking about changing it, making it a little bit different, going for more of a snowy brick. I had something that, let's turn around. I had something that was a little bit more of a neutral color, which was nice, but I'm thinking now we might want something with a little bit more of a contrast, and I thought we could use it in here that might have a little bit of red in it. Now, I do have a dirt path already, like a snowy dirt path, I think. That might not be dirt so much, because the dirt is, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like we don't have a completely snowy day when the dirt is down, so I kind of didn't like that. One of the pathways that I found was some bricks that looked like it had snow mixed in with it. I thought, oh, that's really, really nice, because it can make my island look really like I wanted it to, because when I do save a dream address again, I am going to try to make sure it is a snowy day. All right, so we'll just get rid of this, and then we can probably lay some dirt pathway around the edges of around the edges where we are going to have our flowers. Okay, so let's go up here. Now we want this. Okay, hopping into place. Move up one. All right, let's put some dark dirt. Dark dirt. Let's put some dark dirt. Okay, and we'll move this way and just go around the corner. Gosh, that looks really dark, doesn't it? Maybe because of the way the day is. And I'll probably round the corners, make it look a little bit pretty. Now, I can't see. Oh, wait a minute. This is, oh, I'm at the edge. Don't you love doing extra work? Okay, so here, let's go here. Go outside one. Oh, I think we do need to go back one. Okay, there we go. All right. You hear my jingle bells? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. All right, since I was a little bit of a ding-dong and went past my rocks, you can tell I'm not great with hand-eye coordination, can't you? Now you know why I can't play any of the Mario Karts or anything on this. First of all, I think one of the versions made me physically sick. And I found out that wasn't so unusual, that a lot of people had that same issue and got physically ill when they were playing the Mario Karts. It just made us car sick. And that was not a pleasant sensation. I'm sitting there playing and then all of a sudden thinking, oh my gosh, I really feel nauseous, like I'm going to throw up. And I realized, well, this is going to work. Now, I never did try the Switch edition. And maybe that's the secret. Maybe it would work on a Switch edition. But I've gotten older, so my hand-eye coordination is not good at all. And I was bad at Mario Kart when it was on the Wii when I was younger. So it might just be a little bit out of my realm, just something that I can't do anymore. And that's okay. We grow. But cozy game is something that I do enjoy quite a bit. But the thing is, the funny part was my daughters are the one who got me into the game in the first place. Now see this hand-eye coordination? I'm not even sure. Am I one space away or did I go 2 spaces away? I guess we'll find out. Oh, no, we're good. We're 1 space away. I thought I was, but I wasn't sure. All right, and we might wind up going over this brick path when we go in with an entrance, as we're just kind of winging it as we go. All right, so did anybody come up with any ideas now? I don't have a whole lot of people watching my videos. Not sure what to do about that. I'm going to try to do a little bit better with the tags. To me, I don't care about subscribers. I don't care if you like the video. I mean, it might help the algorithm, but I am definitely not in it for any lucrative purposes. So that being said, I don't think that it would be I don't think it would be worth it, to ask for subscribers, although the only thing is maybe it could get some more people to watch. Okay, so this is the design that I had before. We can go ahead and lay it out for now, because if I do get another design, let's say more of a brick path that's a little bit darker, it'll just replace what I have here. Now, I like the fact that this had corners like this available, but I'm not sure I'm going to use that, because I might go for something that's a little bit more simpler. So, all right, now that being said, we need to make sure we go one tile away, right? Let's do corner. That is an upper left corner. So is that one away? Yes, I think it is. Okay. Or do I need to go here? Yeah, maybe there. Okay. No problem. All right, let's do a top. That's the nice part about if you decide to change some of your custom designs. It's not going to be that painful if you get it to overlay exactly what you were doing before. Your designs will just change automatically. But if you don't do that, you could be in for a little bit of misery. And I learned that the hard way, as I think a lot of people did. But anyway, as I was saying, my daughters are the one who got me into this. They were a little bit younger, 5 years ago. My middle daughter, I think played it a little bit more than my oldest, but both of them played it. And my youngest daughter doesn't play it at all. She thinks it's dumb. Okay, no problem. She's not into the cozy gaming. But she has her own things, and she did enjoy the Mario games. We did upload a few videos with us playing a little bit of Mario, but I didn't have a capture card at the time. But if you would like to see some of our ridiculous Mario gameplay, oh gosh, I don't know if we probably could. Okay. Now here's the thing, again, as I've mentioned a couple of times now, my hand-eye coordination is really, really, really bad, so I cannot really play the Mario games either. I'm just ridiculously bad at them. So guess what I do? I play as Nabbit, and Nabbit is horribly underrated. Now, since my youngest daughter is not the most talented at any of these games either, she played as Princess Peach, but we did complete the game. We absolutely completed the game. Is that the exact same thing? It might be. We did complete the game, but it was not without a lot of screaming, yelling, and playing levels over and over and trying to get extra lives, and we coordinated. And as Nabbit, I could die. I mean, Nabbit can die. He can fall into pits and things like that, but Nabbit doesn't get hit by enemy fire, or if you run into a piranha plant or something like that, it's no big deal. Nabbit just keeps going. He might bounce back, but he keeps going. Okay, so here, let's see. Now the corners over here, that might be where I can put up maybe a little round something or other, and then we can put like turkey garden stands there with some potted flowers or gyroids or something like that. All right, maybe we might be able to make this kind of pretty. All right, and then as you can see, we started a little bit of a river here. We might be able to continue up and make this an island of its own. Maybe, maybe not. Again, I'm probably going to have at least 2 or 3 layers of flowers around. So this will have to go. But speaking of the holly bushes, we can probably put some holly bushes in there. And so I thought maybe we could have a couple of benches in here with some flowers. and that they might use them. Now, something interesting here. You see Roald, and something that I read about getting your villagers to interact with some of the things that you do. They like the in-game pathing. They really do. So many times when I would put down, oh shoot, gosh darn it. It means we got to redo this stuff again. Many times they do like in-game pathing. So, I mean, they might come over here and sit. Yeah, they might. Here he comes. But they do like in-game pathing. So many times I would put custom designs right over in-game pathing to get them to walk and use it. But they might use this just by virtue. We can see. If they don't use it, I could always change it, because I just put all that down. I don't feel like putting it up again. All right, so let's put let's round these corners first. Go back to the dark dirt. For some reason, I'm having trouble playing dark dirt. And that's round the corners. And then I'll put a layer of light dirt around. Is this the one I did already? Yes. So let's just get this last one over here. But as we were talking about, as people tend to do, it gives you something to do to talk about. Has anybody come up with any ideas? Now, as I said, I don't have many views or subscribers. Maybe we can get it going around. There's a lot of cozy gamers, and I realize that. But with a lot of the new 3.0 things, maybe I'll get a view or two, pass it along. I don't have a whole lot of social media. I think I tried to put it on Instagram, and I had a little trouble with it, but I might get my daughter to promote it or something. She's got a lot of followers on that, so maybe she can help with that. The oldest daughter and the middle daughter are the ones who got me into it, and I think with the game came out in 2020. I didn't get it then, but my daughters played it, and they were telling me, "Oh, Mom, you would really like this game. You would really, really, really like it." And since I am not a big person who spends a lot on myself, I really didn't want to just buy it willy-nilly. Now, April came and went, so I know the middle daughter for sure. I'm not sure if my oldest daughter was also traumatized by Bunny Day. But all of that came and went, and I think I wound up getting the game in February 2020. And the reason we justified it is I called it a Valentine's gift, because my husband, he would want to get me something for Valentine's Day. So I bought a Nintendo Switch with Animal Crossing. That's kind of an expensive Valentine's Day gift, isn't it? But that was really wound up being the first day that I ever played the game, and I didn't time skip at that time. I played it the way it was supposed to be played, which I think is a wonderful thing to do. Once you've done it a time or two, then fine, time skip, Treasure Islands, go for it. I can't object to that, because a lot of it is very, very, very tedious. But to do it at least once, I think, was a good thing for me to do. But I remember starting the island, and my daughters are both watching to see, who are your starter villagers going to be? And to this day, I still think I got two of the best starter villagers that there can be. And my starter villagers, let's see if you can guess. I don't think either one of them are horribly popular villagers. However, I wound up really liking them. My jock was Lyman, and my sisterly was Pashmina. And as I was first learning to play, I wound up not liking Pashmina as much, because we had a very unfortunate incident with a net. Well, I'm trying to catch a bug or something, and I hit her 3 times with a net, and she yelled at me. I was so hurt. Oh my gosh. And my daughter's consoling me. It's okay, Mom. They don't remember it. She'll be friends with you again. Don't worry. It's okay. She's not hurt. But Pashmina didn't wind up remaining one of my favorites for that very reason. However, I do once again love Pashmina, because my daughter was right. She did indeed forget about the poor unfortunate net incident very soon after that. And I wound up getting both of their photos, which was a very exciting moment. Do you remember the days where we were all excited about getting their photos, and how much fun that was? It really was. But they were both, my daughter, when she saw Pashmina, oh my gosh, you got Pashmina and Lyman. Oh, he's okay. So Lyman wound up being my very, very favorite for that reason. And I just explained why Pashmina wasn't one of my very favorites. But I think a lot of people, the very first villagers that they interact with, really wind up being their favorites. Maybe, maybe not. I can hear a balloon. I really should go out and shoot it. Oh, we're going to have to chase this snowball away. I never did find the other one, which is unfortunate. I might try going into a store because it's possible that a dung beetle wound up pushing it into something that I didn't see. But yeah, I do not see another snowball, so we will have to look for that. All right, so I think that if we have 3 layers of dirt, or 3 rows of dirt, that should be plenty to make a garden. All right, so let's keep going on the story. So I love the French language. My husband is French. My last name is French. I do not have French blood in me personally, but I started trying to learn French when I was about 24 or 25, and I had met my husband. And so some of my favorite words in French, one of the first words that I learned in French, besides your basic bonjour and things like that, was the French word for rabbit, which is lapin. Lapin. So it's one of my favorite words. And I think, no, I didn't name it the French name. Okay, so my first island, I did name after rabbits because I love rabbits, but I named it Bunny Bay. I think it might still be available as a dream. I'm not 100% sure if it is or not. It was not completed, and it was one where I did not I might have time skipped a little bit towards the end, maybe. But for the most part, I earned everything on my own, other than if my daughter brought me bells or something like that. Either I got it from her or something along those lines. I never used a treasure island. I didn't even know about them. I had no idea what they were, how to use them, or anything like that. But as the trend started to go and I watched players on YouTube, and I really enjoyed a lot of the YouTube videos. One of my favorite things to do is watching the 30-day videos. I don't think I could ever do it myself because I am a working mother. I work part-time because I actually went back to school like a crazy person. Thinking maybe we should have 2 entrances. Maybe. It's a little crooked. I'm a little less upset with the way the rocks look now because I think that we can still make a very, very pretty garden regardless. But yeah, we'll probably maybe have an entrance through here. A little corner entrance. So this might wind up changing, but we will see. Now, where was I? So I did eventually restart Bunny Bay, and gosh, am I sorry I did that. Oh my goodness, because despite my not really knowing what I was doing and it not being fully completed, I could have fully completed, and it would have been, basically a good example of what I think people would call normcore, because it was a pretty normal looking island. But for what I had done, I thought it was really pretty. I was really happy with a lot of the things that I had done on that island. And as I said, it may or may not still be available in a dream. I know I did upload a dream address and I was able to visit it on my other island. I think it was listed under one of my favorites. But I think it's kind of hard to find. We can always look for it. We can do like a little experiment and see if it's there. But I called it Bunny Bay. But I restarted it, and I think I called it Lapin Isle or something. Lapin is, of course, rabbit in French. All right, let's see. Do we see another snowball around? I don't. I might just have to be perplexed as to where the other snowball went. I would have loved to have named it Lapin et Chat, which is rabbit and cat, because I love rabbits and I love cats. And I also love dogs. So it could have been lapin ichien, but lapin isha was too long to fit. So it could not be lapin isha. So I think lapin île, I named it. And I wound up not being super happy with that island. I think I did make a dream about it, but I don't think I did much with it. No, we still just have this one snowball. I have no idea where the other snowball could be. Aha! Okay, here it is. Now, it's a little tougher when they're far from one another, but we will do what we can. Let's push it towards that direction if we can. Keep having to kick it. There we go. All right, now, how far are we from the other snowball? Oh, not too bad. Okay. We were able to roll it over. So I wound up giving up Lapin Île, and then I made another island that I wound up using treasure islands for, and that is Jolie Île, which is French for nice island. And that is it. Okay, so I think this is, oh, no. Bump it in. Yes, so, okay, there we go. I told you, perfect again. I just eyeball them. They're just fun to make. Yay. But out of curiosity, let's just go see if Bunny Bay is still there. It's not the prettiest island. It is not the most fancy island. It's not anything special other than it was my first one. And I kind of wish I would not have gotten rid of it because, you know, it was my original island and it would have been a good normcore. Okay, so I'm going to give this up for now. And we might not finish this today, but that's okay. We're doing cozy gameplay, we're going nice and slow. People might be disappointed because they want to see the end result, and I do apologize if that's what you're looking for. Maybe it's not. If you are watching, though, I would love a comment to see on what kind of things you'd like me to do, just bearing in mind my age and the fact that, as I said, now I do not work full-time anymore, but I work part-time and I am a full-time student. So my days are busy. Really, the only time I can probably do this would be on my days off from school or on weekends. And today is actually a Sunday. And I did upload a video yesterday where I finished picking up all those gosh darn mannequins. All right, if we are able to get to Bunny Bay, it's gonna be interesting if I can get to it. It might still be in the favorites. If it is, we might see the dream address. I want to dream. And the other thing is I'm also recovering from a shoulder procedure that I had back in December, and it is now January. And so sitting in any position is a little tough. And so I can't go quite as long as I would like to because it is just, it gets to be too painful. All right, so there it is. Okay, so there is the dream address from my original island right there. We'll just go real quick. Why not? So this is my original island. We're not going to be able to do too much because I am starting to get really, really, really uncomfortable. Ooh. If anybody ever is interested in hearing about my experience with frozen shoulder, I would be glad to upload it or explain it. just my experience, not everybody's experience, but I have now had it on both the right shoulder and the left shoulder. It is miserable in both cases. It was treated one way on the right and a different way on the left, and I can talk about some of the comparisons. I can also talk about a little bit about my experience and what it is, because most people don't realize just how painful a procedure it is. Not a procedure, just how painful a condition. It's very, very cruel. All right, so I think there's some significance. I think that Lily of the Valley is the very first one I earned, or is it? I think maybe the very first one I earned ever might be in front of my house. But yeah, this was my island, my original island. I'm going through all the wedding things again. Very much just a normcore island. I wish I would have made it a little earlier in the day, because to me it is a little bit harder to see. So I really wish that I could have redone this dream. Not much here. I had this huge vegetable garden, and I always thought I was so clever by having the lawnmower there. And there I am. Hello. And I made this little land bridge into all of this. I think I did do some cooking on there, on this island, before I realized how much I hate the cooking. This was my original flower plot. I love this custom design to this day. I really like this design. I think I do have this design on my new island. I'm not sure. I may not. But this is when all this stuff was new, and I just had a lot of fun building it. But yeah, very, very much a normcore vibe. And of course, we all had to have one of every fruit, and so I have that here. And I think my house was back here. Yeah. I don't remember much about my house. We're going to remember now, aren't we? Oh. Spring blossoms. It's still one of my favorites. Well, I'm not going to visit the whole house. As I said, my shoulder is really, really starting to hurt. Now, before I had the treatment for my left shoulder, which seems to be a little bit more of an advanced thing. Yes, there it is. The first lily of the valley that I had ever earned in my life. I believe it is right there. I had replanted it. And that's where I learned how to make an angled bridge. Now on this one, if I can remember correctly, is this the one where I had Lyman Island? It is where I had Lyman Island. Lyman had his own island because he was my absolute favorite. Look, and again, I wound up saving it during the winter, which looks really, really, really odd because of the dirt path. But yeah, that was my Lyman Island. There's just not a lot around here. Now, what's really funny is I think every time I visit, it will be the same characters in their homes. But I think if you visit, maybe it depends on the time of day you first visit, but you will have the same, you will have different characters in their home than I do, if I remember correctly. Because I think if I visit this island, here's Lyman. If I visit this island off of my other switch, I do have different characters that are home. Anyway, let's go wake up. This is where I first learned how to make a rock garden, which is perhaps how I should have made this one. But it was a little different. It was with my original Christmas island, and the setup was a little bit different. And this is kind of similar to what I'm thinking of doing now. Here's something that I did is I put hedges behind it so that if I wanted to hit the rocks, I didn't have to dig holes. And I might do something similar, since we do want to make it functional. And then I have the two chairs in the middle. We might put some other flowers around it. We might do something similar to this. Again, very, very normcore, nothing major, nothing crazy, just a little bit simple. I was really proud of the way I made my museum here, though. Really liked the way I did this with the double staircases. Museum is one of my favorite parts. It's not a complete museum because, again, I was doing everything the way you're supposed to. I think the fossils are complete, but some of the others are close. But the art museum, not even close. So let's go wake up. It is time to wake. And with that, I'm probably going to close out. This video is long enough. I might come back later and upload another part when my shoulder, when I get a little bit more rest on it and I can tolerate sitting and having my arm in one position for a while. The way that I'm sitting here, I have it resting on part of a couch. But I am going to have to get up and move it a little bit. Frozen shoulder, not fun. And if any of you know somebody with it, they're not faking. It's one of the most painful ordeals that you could ever have. Hello, there's the puppy. But for now, we're going to stop for now. And maybe I'll see you next time, maybe later. If not, we're going to have to wait another week because I don't have a lot of free time. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to see. Let me know of any ideas that you might have for this island. And we'll stop for now. Bye-bye.